Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Strohmeyer, your host with Saddle Up Shooting. You got to appreciate long-range shooters that can rainbow shots at various distances. For hunters, we try to go with what's called maximum point-blank range. And in order to have extended maximum point-blank range, you need to have speed. So I hope I have a good video for you today. Come back in a moment. Target set up at 100 yards. Let's get to shooting. You gotta love the newer technology with the new propellants, the high ballistic coefficient bullets, the long-range shooter community that has given us an idea on how tough it is and how good it can be to learn how to manage your own shooting skills to shoot at long distances. Now hunters, we don't have that luxury. Basically we're after just that one shot. So what we look for is what's called maximum point-blank range. Now maximum point-blank range means that you've got a 6-inch window, 3 inches high, 3 inches low, and you set up your scope and your point of aim, point of impact to hit somewhere in that 6-inch window, and then find out how far that extends your shot within that range. Up on the bench today I have my .243 Winchester. It is a Remington Model 700. You've probably seen it in some of the past videos. It's a pretty good shooter, but this rifle does not give me the maximum velocity that my other .243s do, and I don't know why. Call it a slow barrel, call it whatever you want. But today I'm going to be using that Ramshot Grand Powder and working up loads using a 90 grain Accubond and a 90 grain Hornady ELD-X. So the Nosler will be first, and I'm going up to the maximum load according to Hodgdon's website. So here it is so that you can see it, which is up to 50 grains, and that's supposed to be right at 3,200 feet per second. Now I doubt that, but we're going to give it a go, and we're going to see how accurate it is. Target's at 100 yards. Let me go turn on that target camera down there. Let's go ahead and get shooting, and all we can do is test, and let's find out. Be right back. Okay, here we go with the 90 grain Nosler Accubonds, the first three, starting out at 49 grains. For those of you that want to know the weather conditions, it's about 48 degrees. I'm out here all by myself on BLM land. There's 5-mile-an-hour wind going left to right. Humidity is about, I'd say probably around 50%. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get these first shots done. Chronograph. See the lower target on the left. Yeah, 2958. So I'm already 200 feet per second lower than what it says on the Hodgdon website, but that's just first shot. First shot, cold bore, clean bore. Right. Second shot. Again, this is 49 grains. .2940 on that one as well. Okay, everything looks fine. Alright, third shot hit 49 grains. Alright, that looks to be about a 1-inch group. Maybe a little less. That was 2922. Okay, you know the drill. I'll record this data, come back for the next three. Okay, that was an average of 2940. So, what, 160 below where I need to be? Alright, so let's just go with the next three here. That'll be 49.5 grains. of grand powder, shooting a target just above the last one I shot. Here we go. That was even slower, 29-25. Oh well. It's fun to shoot even when you don't have good results. And don't get me wrong, 29-25 will kill the deer that I'm after out to probably 300 yards. But the maximum point blank range statistic between 29-25 and 3,200 feet per second is probably a 50-yard difference on your maximum point blank range. And if you're not good at calculating distance, that 50 yards can make the difference between a wounded animal and a dead one. Okay, that jumped up to 2970. So this grand powder is a double-based ball powder. It's supposed to be temperature insensitive and have a copper fouling eraser, all of the new technology stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, second shot or third shot on this string. Yeah, 29.98. Okay, let's go reset up, record the data, be back for the third. Okay, pretty good accuracy, average speed 29.64. Again, that's slow, and a lousy SD of 36 and extreme spread of 73. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but here we go with the last three of the Accubonds, and this took it up to 50 grains. Oh, target right next to the last one I shot. .30-15. So 160 feet per second slower than what's listed in the manual. Dead bullseye on that one, 3005. A little bit of a bolt lift there. Yeah, primer looks to be a little flat. Winchester large rifle primers. That's my preferred primer if anybody wants to ask. Okay, fix my chronograph. Looks like it's kind of cheating forward there a little bit. These contoured barrels heat up, and it's pretty hard to hold this chronograph on there. It slides forward. All right, here we go. Woo! 29.94. And a little bit better bolt lift on that one. And the primer looks fine. All right, so let me record this data. Let's get to the Hornady ELD-X and hope for a better outcome. Okay, that last average was 3004, a better SD of 10, but extreme spread of 21, and had one flyer there, but that could have been on me because two are pretty close together and in the bullseye. All right, so now the 90 grain ELD-X. I really like the bullet. Problem is at fast speed, you have to know what that bullet is capable of at closer distance, and Hornady covers that in their manual, and they give the range where the bullet is the most effective, and they give the speed, the muzzle velocity or the velocity, to where it's the most effective bullet. So kind of read up on that. Alright, so here we go with the first three. I'll just speed this up, just show you the first three and the last three of the ELD-X, and then of course we'll go over the entire target at the end. Okay, here we go. $29.55. This was at 49 grains again. Now some people, hand loaders, pay a lot of stock on load density and case fill. The closer you get to a full case, etc., with some powders, the better, lower your SDs are, the better your velocity is, and the better your accuracy is. But because I start low and work up like you should, you can kind of figure that out for yourself. Alright, so here we go with the second shot. Did that go in the same hole? I believe it did. Ah, well. Everybody gets lucky once in a while. Alright. Looks like a pretty fair group. That was 29.42. Alright, so come back in just a moment. I'll just show you the last three. Alright. Okay, here's the last three of that 90 grain ELD-X. I kind of screwed up on that first group of three. I shot at two different targets. Oh well, you'll see it when we go over the target analysis. The second three, an average of 30-31, but still a high standard deviation of 28.57. Alright, so now at 50 grains for the last three. Let's see if it'll work. Target right below the last one I shot. I take my time, really concentrate. Alright, 30-50. Still, what, 150 feet per second slower than book advertised. But that could be this rifle. It's only a 22-inch barrel, not a 24. And as I already told you, that this bullet, or this rifle, generally shoots ammunition that I shoot in my other 243s about 50 to 100 feet per second slower. I don't know why. That's just that's why we test. That's why each individual rifle is an animal all to its own. So don't necessarily use one person's data and expect to get the same results in your rifle. .30-67. Primer is okay on this one. I don't know why. Alright, last shot. At least a good group anyway, huh? And looks to be 30-89. Okay, well, let's get back to the barn, analyze the target, and give you my final opinion, now having shot Ramshot Grand through two different rifles. See you in a while. It is truly interesting what a target can tell you when you're doing load workup. So the three things that I come away with today is, first of all, a lack of consistency. That could be because of the powder, the bullet combination, or the shooter. Second thing is when you have an erratic shot pattern, that tells you your precision is off. Third, of course, is accuracy. There just wasn't any today. So let's go over this real quick. All right, we started out with the Nosler Accubond. That was the first three shots, an average of 29.40, an SD of 18, group size of .803. Then a little bit better, 49.5, but still only 29.64. An SD of 36, precision numbers way off, .38 on that group. Then over here at 50 grains, 3004. The SD finally did come down to 10, but that group opened up to 1.15, and that shot right there could have been me, because without that flyer, that's .602. Okay, then over here, again, this might be shooter error, because on the first shot here, I actually shot at two different targets. Oops. Okay, 49 grains, average 29.50, an SD of 8, a group of .487, so not too bad. Then 49.5, an average of 30.31, but the high SD again of 28, and the group size opened up to 1.12. All right, then over here at 50 grains, an average of 3,068, an SD of 18, a group size of .635, and that ended up being an acceptable group for me anyway. Okay, folks, well, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Check your subscriptions, please. Leave a comment if you will. But no matter what, God bless you all. See you again next time. Goodbye.